Hello and welcome to Your Health Matters. My name is Karl Sterling and I'm with Elizabeth Brusa today to host our second to last show. How do you like that, folks? We have today and then we have one more show next week on the 26th. And of course, our special guest that day will be none other than, well, the founder of the show originally, the man, the myth, and the legend, Dr. Joe Barry. How you doing, Elizabeth?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good, good. What's new? How's your week been?
Busy.
Yeah,
Busy
we're pretty busy, aren't we?
here. Yes.
Oh man. Thankfully, yes, we're busy. Yeah, so it's kind of we're going a little bit more of freestyle today. We're less of an agenda and notes, just to kind of reminisce, reflect on all the a lot of the great moments we've had on this show. And it's a little bit of a bittersweet thing
Yeah.
because I do love doing the show. I absolutely love it. And having you with me's just made it way better. Um but it is time to move on. We've been pretty darn busy, and it's our bandwidth is we don't have any more bandwidth.
No, you don't. You don't.
Yeah, I don't think we
Especially.
do either, because in fact, we don't even see each other anymore.
And we're in the same room.
I live on the other side of the clinic with Nikki.
Yep.
We live
you did.
together in two different cubbies, the
Yep.
newbie cubbies.
The newbie cubbies, and I'm over by the biodensity machine.
Yeah, certainly things have changed a lot in our clinic. I think for the better, because people are getting such great results, which I'm very happy about. That's the whole idea, right? I mean, we're in this to make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have a few things to talk about today, and I'm going to go in a particular order here. One of them is I'll mention this again later, but I want to say that 1 year ago yesterday, my mother passed away. So this show is dedicated to my mom, but also your mom passed away. The anniversary was just
October 15th.
Yeah. So a recent anniversary of 32 years.
32 years. And this one's hitting me hard because I'm older than my mom lived to be.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hit me this year.
I know it has. So, that feeling, those feelings you have, they don't go away.
No, they don't. And I consider myself a young 58-year-old.
You are.
And I just thinking that my mom was 57 when she passed, it just hit me really hard. I'm 1 year older than my mom got to live. And I have, why did she have to go so young? Those kind of questions. But I know she's up there looking out for me, and she's been praying for me. And she's, gotten me through some pretty hard times in my life just because of her prayers. Her love never died.
No, and you can feel her presence.
Yeah, I can. And then in the end of the month, it's going to be my dad's anniversary.
Yeah, and that'll be, 6 years? 5 or 6?
Yeah, something like that. I'm losing track of him.
Yeah.
COVID screwed me up with that one.
Yeah, and so Mom, it's 1 year ago yesterday, the 18th. And I do want to talk about it just a little bit, because I never really went into what happened exactly, but I'd like to reflect. And the reason I'm doing this is not for self-therapy. I've already talked about this a lot. I'm hoping that maybe listeners just, take notice at a couple of things, because I learned so much the last 6 days of my mother's life. We did have a turbulent past way back, and that's neither here nor there, because the healing that occurred during her last 6 days just completely annihilated that. That's gone. The turbulence is gone. There are no hard feelings, and there really weren't for, probably 15 years anyways, going back. But everyone, has something, that probably some kind of tension with a loved one or a relative. It's not uncommon to have a disagreement. Maybe you don't even want to hang out that much with certain people, but it doesn't mean you don't care about them. But in those 6 days leading up to, she went into the hospital October 12th last year with a lot of pain, especially from the waist up. Well, as it turns out, 2 days later, on the 14th, they were able to get, because she went in on a Saturday. And Sunday, they were able to do some imaging, but on Monday, they were able to do full imaging to confirm cancer in, I think, 7 organs of her body. Just 3-4 months before, though, on her 88th birthday, everything, blood work was fine. There were no problems, no red flags, no alarms. So number one, it shows us how quickly things can change. But what they found in her was pancreatic cancer. Well, that one's usually not detected until it's stage 4. And many times it's too late, especially if it metastasizes like it did to her into her lungs, lymph area, uterus. I can't even remember where else. There were other areas. Yeah, I think the liver, kidneys.
Yeah.
So, when we think about that, first of all, it's something to think about. Maybe think about getting some type of imaging like I am doing to be preventive, be on the offensive side, if you will. Because what if, right? Well, what if you can, pay out of pocket? The insurance probably won't cover it if you don't have some kind of a symptom. So you just got to deal with it. Talk to your doctor, get a script, deal with it financially, however they tell you to, because that's what you're going to have to do. And then get it. And then if there's something wrong, God forbid there is, at least you'll know. But maybe there's nothing wrong and you can breathe a sigh of relief. All right. But as she was going through her days, she shared things with me that I've been waiting for decades, a lifetime to hear. The things I always wondered about. And I did probe and I asked questions. I even have some voice recordings of some of these things because if I haven't been able to listen to any of them until a few days ago. It was too emotional. In fact, in today's paper, Sunday the 19th, and online, is released the in memory of tribute to her in the obituary section. So you can read more about her there. And what I learned during those 6 days up until her passing is neither here nor there as far as, it was between her and me and some family things. What I learned is living now is the most important thing we can probably do because now is what we have. We don't have 5 minutes from now yet. We don't have tomorrow. Hopefully you do have tomorrow, but we don't have yesterday. We can learn from things that have happened yesterday and in our, previous times. And hopefully we do take heed and learn from things to make ourselves, cause ourselves, allow us, I should say, maybe to evolve into, I say better people, that's maybe a subjective word, but a more evolved person who can maybe live better, feel better. And I'm talking all kinds of things like, the time I had with her was, well, you were texting me all day, every day from there.
Yeah, I was.
It was amazing. It was so precious.
I'm happy for you that you got.
It was a gift, you know what? Because if she had died at home, we would not have had that gift.
Right.
The healing that occurred in those 6 days was healing that we very much needed. When we get back from break, I will share her final moments because they were beautiful moments. They were beautiful for her and beautiful for the family and especially for me. And I will never forget, it's like it happened yesterday, what happened at the very, very end. And then, of course, as you know, I'm just going to repeat in case you're just tuning in. This is our second to last show here on the 19th of October. The 26th, we're back for the final broadcast when we close out Your Health Matters with our special guest, the founder, the man, Dr. Joe Barry. He said, by the way, the other day, I got some real zingers for you. So that's why today we're talking about some really personal and what I feel to be important things we can all learn from. Plus, we're going to reflect throughout this hour on some of our favorite guests and moments they shared with us and things we learned from them. So tune back in, stay tuned, I should say, with here on News Radio 570 WSYR. My name's Karl Sterling. I'm with Elizabeth Brusa. This is Your Health Matters. Be right back. So the last day my mom was alive, and conscious was the 17th of October last year. She was in great spirits. I got a funny story. What's the place that's like hospice that Saint something?
St. Joseph, not St.
The
Joseph.
Joseph House.
No, that's for people. I'm sorry. I'm like St. Michael's house.
They came in to see her to say, you're gonna be moved there on Monday next week.
Yep.
So my mom, being the way my mom is, first off, she was not afraid of passing away. She faced it with dignity and grace and courage. She knew the end was imminent within days. That afternoon, around 2 p.m., she says to the lady, the really nice lady who was there, "Well, I don't think I'm going to make it there because I'm going to die sooner than that. Why would I want to get transferred over there to die with nice people who you say are there when I can die here with these nice people and not have to go through the transfer? So I probably won't be seeing you there." And of course, this is all kind of in a joking but serious spirit.
Yeah.
You had to know my mom. This is how she was. She was dead serious, but she made it fun. Well, she shared things with me that day about my father, about her grandfather, about a lot of situations that I had no idea about. And I couldn't believe some of the things I heard. I won't go into any detail, but I'll say that in sharing those things with me, it put closure to some things I've been wondering about for probably 55 years or longer. Mysteries of life. But she chose to keep them to herself as to not burden anybody else. And I'm glad that she got them out of her because I could feel this huge sense of relief. So, as I would do each night when I was leaving to go home, I give her a hug, give her a kiss on the forehead, tell her I love you, and then on the way out, grab her foot and just shake it a little, say, "I'll see you tomorrow." Well, on Thursday the 17th at exactly 4 p.m., because she was tired and wanted to sleep, I did that. And she said, "No, no, no. Wait. Wait, don't go." I never apologized. Well, I wasn't expecting one, nor did I think I needed one. I had no problems. Everything was fine. But she apologized for some things that had happened in the past. For about 2 minutes, she went on. I was in tears. I didn't need to hear it, but she did need to get it off her chest. This had been plaguing her for her entire life, basically, since she had 2 children. And after that, I held her for about 20 minutes and I just talked to her. I told her what all the beautiful memories I had, and we went just on and on and on. And then I gave her a kiss on the forehead, and I went down and I took her foot, and I shook her foot, and I said, "Mom, I'll see you tomorrow." But during that goodbye, something different happened. She took a deep breath, a deep sigh, had a smile on her face, her eyes closed. She still had a smile on her face. She went to sleep, and she never woke up. You could not ask for a more beautiful ending.
No.
The healing, the bond was always strong. The bond was strong, but it became infinitely stronger. And it was magic. It was a gift from God. The next day, I went back and she was in Kane-Stokes breathing, which is like 5 to 6 breaths per minute. And they're on their way out when that happens because the body is shutting down, organs are shutting down. And then I read her a prayer from the book. At 3:57 on Friday the 18th, Within a minute of that prayer, her breathing changed. 18 minutes later, she took her final breaths as I was holding her in my arms, with my head against her head, my forehead against hers. And then I read another prayer. I have no idea if the prayer did anything, but it did state of the Lord accepting her into his domain, into his arms and his hands and guidance. And I don't know if she was waiting for it, because they say, like my son said that day when he was visiting earlier, we think they can hear you a lot of times. But the whole point of me telling this, folks, is because those moments were magical. She chose to wait till the end to share things. I've been doing something recently that I talk about doing on the show, which is do a random act of kindness. Just do something. Reach out to somebody who you think you want to talk to, who maybe they'd like to hear from you. Maybe they're lonely. So on the way back from Rochester yesterday, I called 3 people. I want to call a couple more today. And it doesn't mean I'm special, but they were so happy to hear from me. You know what? They don't have anybody. And we can create magic moments now. So I implore you to consider maybe trying to express your gratitude to anyone who you share or have gratitude towards, and let them know how special they are, because I had that gift at the end with my mom. We really conveyed how we felt. It was the most beautiful ever in my life, those moments. The most beautiful ending. But why wait? So
Great.
that's my story.
It's a beautiful story. You're very blessed to have that ending. You really are.
Amazing. So, Mom, I love you with all my heart, and I miss you terribly. And I think of you all the time, and I feel your presence, by the way, because I see the Cardinals around. I know it's you. I just know it is. They're everywhere. They're where they're not supposed to be, and they're still there. I know you feel your mom's presence as well.
And my dad's.
Yeah.
I was very, again, blessed to have the parents I had. I have a wonderful stepmom. Don't get me wrong.
She's my godmother.
Yeah, she is.
You love her.
I love my stepmom. She's my best friend.
Yeah.
She's my best, but she's another tremendous influence in my life, and her prayers are very powerful. I can't say enough. My parents were wonderful, and I had a wonderful life. Not perfect. I'm not going to say it was perfect, but a lot of it was caused by me. But my parents.
Been meaning to talk to you about things at work lately.
Thank you.
We have to have a talk.
Okay. Glad.
You know what, though? I mean, I say sincerely, I so much appreciate you and all you bring into my life. Nikki, if you're listening, I appreciate you and all you bring to my life. But our lives, the people here love you too.
Yeah.
We're a great team.
I love
but
people that come in.
I can't do it without you.
I can't do it without you, that's for sure. That's been proven several times.
Well, I feel special. I think I'm going to go away again real soon.
No. On a Wednesday when we're closed.
Also, there are tough times like when Karl screws up the schedule, so I'm not allowed to book appointments anymore. Nope. I always mess it up. I did it yesterday.
Yes, you did. But that's okay.
Yeah.
We rectify it.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, we're going to go to break in a minute. So, your mom, my mom, it's a tribute to our moms today. And loving memory. It's just been amazing to think about all we had and all the hard times. They're gone. I never reflect on those. And there were a lot of them. Who cares? We had love. And it's unconditional. So go tell somebody you love them right now. Call somebody up on the break, because the bottom of the hour break is about 6 minutes. That's enough time to make a phone call, maybe even 2. Do it. Call somebody right now. We have to go to break. This is Karl Sterling. I'm with Elizabeth Brusa. This is Your Health Matters. We have 2 more segments left. Come back, and we'll talk about some of our favorite moments on the show and some upcoming really cool things happening at the clinic regarding bone density scans to replace your DEXA scan. We're getting a new machine. I'm so excited. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Just keep going. All right, folks, did you call somebody? Okay, well, I did. So I'll tell you what, I'd like to reflect. We never did a call-in show. I was asked to do that, but I'm not really comfortable with that because we kind of have an agenda, of things we want to talk about. And so, let's see, we got to fix a little microphone problem here. You good?
Yep,
You
I'm
can hear
good.
me? Okay, good. Well, man, so my whole reason for asking for the show, I had to get vetted. It took weeks to, make sure the FCC and the government, have to run in a background check, make sure you're not going to promote like a terrorist group or something like that, which why would I do that? That's not me. So, but then once I got cleared to do the show, I remember jumping up and down like a little kid.
You did.
And you were here for it.
You did.
Was to take this to a place where I could find best-selling authors. Well, that actually is not nearly as important as researchers who are at the top of their game, and bring them to you so we can all learn together. I have to say that after working tirelessly on that, I am proud of the list of names we put together.
You've had some impressive guests.
We were talking before we aired today about one of your favorites. Tell us about her.
Dr. Georgia Ede.
Yeah.
She talked about how important it is for your nutrition and how it, especially eating enough protein, it affects your brain chemistry, and how enough protein will help you change your brain. And it really impressed me. I mean, you really have to pay attention to what you eat. It not only affects your body, but and how it runs, but it also affects your brain. And she was a very wonderful woman to talk to, very down to earth and easy to talk to. Yeah.
Very much so. In fact, I was just looking up her book.
I have that written down at home. It's a very, because I will admit I suffer from especially seasonal depression, which is this time of year. It starts settling in, and I have to really concentrate on trying to be positive and move, get more exercise in, and eat well. I am probably doing much better on my eating than I usually do. Change your diet, change your mind, a powerful plan to improve mood, overcome anxiety, and protect memory for a lifetime of optimal mental health. That is the name of her book.
Yep, sure is.
Long title, but it's...
Yeah. Well, I liked her too. She was really, really easy to talk with. And then she got a promotion, and I couldn't get her again.
I know.
She wanted to, but she couldn't. Dr. Robert Lustig, for me, was like walking on the moon. Because prior to the show, I worked a total, including the show, 7 years. I communicated with him. Finally, he joined back in February. He's an amazing, amazing person who's done so much research in the way of diet and how sugar and all these other things, but mainly sugars, are really messing us up. And his book that I like most is entitled Metabolical.
Right.
Metabolical. Dr. Judy Ho.
Oh, she's a sweetheart.
Just such a sweetheart. Just amazing. And mental health, emotional health. And, we did talk with her recently, and I won't tell you the story. It's just that we can't air it because we don't have the episode because something happened. So that is the story. I don't know what happened. It was supposed to run today. But anyway, she talked really nicely about for example, the political climate right now in the United States. And all I'll say is, it's so easy to attack people on the other side, especially when you're sitting behind a keyboard or a screen and you just lambasting them and then you walk away. Could you say those things to somebody's face? I bet a lot of people couldn't. So I don't want to lose friends. I have a lot of people who come in here on the opposite side of what I believe and what my values align with, but they're great people.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever. We're entitled to vote for who we want. We have a set of values that are aligned with somebody's values. So what if we disagree? Are you a bad person because of it? Probably not. I know I'm not a bad person. And you know what? I just try to distance myself, change the conversation, don't bring it up. And if we do, be respectful and say, hey, I understand, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't agree, but hey, let's go have coffee.
That's it. That's basically what she said. Don't
Yeah.
take it personally. Just listen.
Yeah.
And just, if you have to, walk away nicely and come back. Or don't come back if you don't have to.
Yeah.
Can't. But
I'm not going to have anyone force it down my throat either. I'm going to
No.
ask them politely to, okay, let's just change the topic. But you know what? It's nice to, if we go back to the old days, I remember never forget being in the Senate chambers watching Ted Kennedy, Barry Goldwater, Joe Biden, Arlen Specter, and the list goes on and on and on. Shaking hands, sitting down, laughing, talking with each other, reaching across party lines. And, you know, it doesn't seem like it's that way anymore. But whatever, as just regular people out there, we should be able to talk as adults and have mutual respect for each other, hopefully. And if not, then not. Then maybe cancel your association with somebody. Maybe it doesn't align right, or just distance yourself. But whatever, the shaming and blaming and what can I say? There's another
I
one.
just think it's plain rudeness lately.
It is. Yeah.
It's sad. I just,
And we kind of have, I'm sorry, folks. There's some people way high in the government who are just bullying people around, and you may like the style, and it's okay. I don't like it, but whatever.
don't like
You know, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, I still get to get up, thankfully, and do whatever I want every day and come in here and help people. And darn it, I'm going to do it.
that's right.
And you're here with me, and it's great. Dr. Barry was on. Well, he'll be on next week. So
A few times.
he's got zingers. He's been on a few times. Dr. Terry Walls. She went from a wheelchair to walking, to running, to bicycling 20-something years ago. She wrote a book called The Walls Protocol. She has secondary progressive multiple sclerosis. It's not a common form. And she was wheelchair bound for 3 years. She is an MD. She tried 3 years of medical therapy. Didn't work. She changed her diet. She's been walking ever since.
Yeah.
Amazing story. Amazing lady. We had the vegans on. We had the carnivores on. Dr. Michael Greger. If you're going to eat meat, eat a small amount, he says. He did say coffee's okay. Love you, Dr. Greger. Vegan? I can't do that. I was vegetarian for 4.5 years, fell off the wagon when a piece of chicken got to me. But you know what? I think, well, let's go to the other side for a minute, though. We had Anthony Chafee and then Dr. Barry, Berry, whose first name escapes me.
I can't remember either.
And they are very much the carnivore, meat only. Well, you know, all I have to say is, if you're eating good, lean, clean meat and good, clean vegetables, and you're focusing on your diet, if you focus on your diet at all, you're probably cutting out the junk, and no matter what you choose, you're probably going to do better. So whatever you decide, hey, that's good if you're getting better, doing better. I think overanalysis paralysis is getting to a lot of us. And we just need to try something, try eating anything that's better and cleaner, right? And maybe move more. What an idea. How about Dr. Dale Bredesen? He was on, I think, 3 times. First time was with Dr. Barry. We did that show from Mexico City. All of us were in different countries that day, too.
Yes,
It's kind of funny. Alzheimer's disease is optional. He wrote The End of Alzheimer's, and he has the, Bredesen Protocol, which is the RECODE program. Hey, how about Dr. Ray Dorsey and Michael Oken? We had both of them on in the past 2 months. They released a book on August 19th called The Parkinson's Plan, bestseller. They're touring, still doing tours. Parkinson's disease is optional. You got to go to karlstoring.com and just search through the episodes, find these people, Bredesen, Dorsey, Oken, and listen to what they have to say, because I can't go into why either one of these things are optional, because they have other things to talk about. We had Dr. Ben Bickman. That was amazing, talking about mitochondria health. Dr. Will Lee, best-selling author, genius, love him. He's great. That was a popular show. Dr. Perry Nicholson talking about gut health. That was the most listened to ever, other than Judy Ho. We have to go to break. We have one more segment left. This is Your Health Matters. I'm with Elizabeth Brusa, and this is News Radio 570 WSYR, also available on 106.9 FM. Don't go away. We have more knowledge bombs and brain candy for you. I hope. There we go. Okay, we're back for the final segment of today's show. And yes, folks, this is the second to last show. Next week, we take it out in style with the founder, the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Dr. Joe Barry, who's got a few zingers.
Yeah.
I feel pretty excited about that.
Me too.
So, we talked about our moms living in the now. We've talked continually about staying healthy. Let's go over mitochondria. Every cell in your body has a battery pack. The battery pack is your energy source. It's called mitochondria. Mitochondria health is so important to maintain. Feed yourself good foods and move. Oh my gosh. Who thought of those things?
Well, my opinion,
Yeah.
God.
I mean, seriously, who knew eating well and moving is good for you? It's all we ever talk about.
Yeah, I keep saying this. I mean, I reflect on this a lot. How our lives have changed, even my 58 years, how movement has become less and less because of technology. Like we used to have to get up to get the telephone. We don't have to do that anymore. It's on us.
Turn the TV.
Yeah. I used to, be the remote ourselves. We have to get up.
You
from
were
the
the
couch.
remote.
Yeah. We used to have to get up from the couch and, turn it on and off or turn the channel. And even our lawnmowers, they're self-propelled or riding now. I mean, everything is more convenient. So we don't move as much. So we have to do other things to compensate for that lack of movement.
I'm really into all the techie stuff, but I got to tell you, folks, the convenience is one thing. Well, you got to figure out something to do to keep moving because, as Dr. John Rady says, humans are designed to move.
Yep.
And if you don't, well, you're going to have problems. It's just the way it is. But we've hit this over the head, so there's nothing more to say. Speaking of movement, there's a gentleman who we see, who's 92 years old, had congestive heart failure, had a heart attack when he was 60. This whole thing about getting healthy later in life that you can't, well, it's never too late. That's a myth. He saw the best cardiologist in town at the time. I forget how long later, a couple of years later.
A couple of years later, he said yes.
He had the heart of an athlete.
Yep.
And he's 92.
He said when he had the heart attack, he had a heart of a almost dying person. And then 2 years later, he changed it into a heart of an athlete.
He changed it by moving more, eating better, and supplements that were recommended. Never too late, folks. So we have to talk about some other things coming up here because you're not going to be able to hear about it after next week. There's a thing out there. It's called the Echolight scanner. Echolight. ECHOLIGHT. I don't have the timing yet, but we are getting one in our clinic, and let me tell you what it does. For those of you who want to get a bone scan to find out about if you have osteopenia or porosis, this is what it does. We scan you. It's like a sonogram. There is no radiation. There's no radiation. We scan both hips and your lumbar. But rather than getting just a score with it that you take to your doctor and they give you a pill, we give you a plan of action through what is called Screen My Bones. We just happen to have the plan of action available here, which has to do with biodensity, which we have great results in reversing osteoporosis and osteopenia, and power plate. Okay, these things work. Echolight is the trifecta. Power plate, biodensity, Echolight, all from the same company out of Chicago. The president is a friend of mine, the owner is a friend of mine, doesn't matter, but they are. Had a meeting with them recently this week. It will give you not only a more accurate bone quality test, a more accurate reading than a DEXA scan. It will give you a complete body composition, a more accurate fracture risk assessment. It will give you muscle quality tests. And it only takes a few minutes. You'll probably have to pay out of pocket, but we have CPT codes so you can resubmit, and it's going to be around a couple $100 for the scan. I know, even people with the most money don't want to part with it, but you know what? What are you going to do? And if you're getting a scan, a DEXA scan, fine. Make sure they do both hips. We've had people whose left hip is fine. The protocol is lower lumbar or lumbar spine, L1 through 4, and left hip. Well, there are a lot of reasons for that. I don't have time to talk about it. But their right hip is bad. If your left hip shows up normal and your right hip is bad, you got a problem. We do both hips. Okay? If you want to know more, go to karlsterling.com because it's on the front page about Echolight. Everything is there. The research is there. No radiation. And you can do it as often as you want. You just fork over the money and get it done. Okay? Instead of waiting for these idiot doctors who say you're not old enough for a DEXA scan yet. You had that.
Yeah. Well, that's because of
I
insurance.
didn't mean to hit you, but it just did. I just hit her like, she had that.
Yeah.
You're not old enough.
And you're in perfect.
Go away. Get away from me. I need to get your license pulled. That's stupid.
Well, that's
And
because of
you have
insurance.
penia.
Yeah, I have.
You're not old enough to have penia is what they're saying, and you have it, and they weren't going to scan you. Crazy. I'm sorry, I just divulged personal information. Probably for.
I don't mind.
We have 3 minutes left. We have the amazing newbie devices. Okay, we're having the best results ever. People are walking out of here without neuropathy. Not everybody, but almost everybody. They're walking out. They're standing up straighter. They're moving better. Their pain is diminished. Post-stroke, post-brain surgery, brain cancer, brain trauma, spinal cord injury, Parkinson's, MS, essential tremors. The guy who we were just talking about, who was 92, his essential tremors after 5 treatments are almost gone on a permanent basis. He's able to write out checks now without having micrographia where his writing gets smaller by the end of the pay to the order of line. Okay? We're always looking for the best things for you. It's why we have the things that nobody else does. People are skeptical. I get it. If you don't try something outside the box, you're not going to get outside the box results. We have Neuro Rehab VR. We can help you with convergence of your eyes, eye tracking, vision, reaction time, retraining the brain, and of course, building bone density and muscle quality and strength, which will help you balance your stability with biodensity. KarlSterling.com, Karl with a K. But be sure to stay tuned on KarlSterling.com, that's Karl with a K, about all these things, anything else new we get, because Echolight is on the way. It's going to be a couple months, but we'll have it. And you're going to want to avoid the DEXA scans, and you're going to want to go with this because you get more accurate results, more measurements, and that's that.
That's that.
That's the end for me.
Okay.
What else?
Now?
Well, I do. I feel good. I feel good that people are coming in and, able to leave and actually leave the program. It's like they did their 5, their 10. They don't need us anymore. That's the way it's supposed to be. I'm not here to take your money the rest of your life. If you want to give it to me, that's a whole different story, but we're really not like that.
No, we're not.
No.
I like watching our clients just walk in and walk out. I love talking to everybody and learning their story and then just helping them, and they're happy, healthy, and
What do you call a moose with no name?
Oh, here we go. Anonymous.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
And you get bad jokes here.
Oh, we have so many jokes.
And bad jokes.
So many jokes. There must be another one.
No.
Okay.
You want people to come in, not leave.
Anonymous, okay. I think I saw the one about the skeleton today, too.
Oh.
It's a favorite snack. Ribs. Okay, sorry. Anyways, thank you for listening. Be sure to tune in next week to Your Health Matters with our final show, our final episode with Dr. Joe Berry. Mom, I love you and I miss you.
Mom, I love you and I miss you, even though it's 32 years.
Yes. And you're always in my heart forever.
Yeah.
And I feel you with me. Listeners, go tell somebody you love them. Make a call. Practice a random act of kindness. Be kind. We'll be back next week, and Your Health Matters. Have a great week. Keep moving and keep thinking every day.
That was fun. If not, we'll be doing